I'm Allison, this is Math Bytes, and these are the solutions to the problems we left you with at the end of video number 5. All right, problem number 1 was x over 7 equals 5. So here are the steps. Identify the coefficient, determine its reciprocal, and multiply both sides of the equation by that reciprocal. All right, so back to our equation. X over 7 equals 5. What's the coefficient? There's a 1 in front of that x, so the coefficient is 1 over 7. What's the reciprocal? Flip it upside down, 7 over 1. Multiply both sides of the equation by that reciprocal. So on the left, we have 7 over 1 times 1 over 7x equals 5 times 7 over 1. Okay? So we simplify the left side of the equation, and 7 over 1 times 1 over 7 is just 1, so that leaves us with x. And on the right side of the equation, we have 5 times 7 over 1. That's just 5 times 7, so 35. So our answer is x equals 35. Here's the solution to problem number 2. Problem number 2 is 5x equals 7. Determine the coefficient. The coefficient is 5. Find its reciprocal. 5 can be written as 5 over 1, so its reciprocal is 1 over 5. Multiply both sides of the equation by 1 over 5. So we have 1 over 5 times 5 over 1x equals 7 times 1 over 5. All right, let's simplify the left-hand side. 1 over 5 times 5 over 1 is just 1. So we have 1 times x, or x, equals, on the right side, 7 times 1 over 5 is just 7 over 5. So the answer is x equals 7 over 5. Now, note, you can turn this into a mixed number, but it's actually considered perfectly acceptable to leave it as an improper fraction, which is what it is here. So x equals 7 over 5 is a perfectly correct answer. And this is the solution to problem 3. Problem 3 is negative 5x over 7 equals 5. Identify the coefficient. The coefficient is negative 5 over 7. Determine its reciprocal. Flip it upside down. Its reciprocal is negative 7 over 5. Remember, if the coefficient's negative, its reciprocal will be 2. Multiply both sides of the equation by that reciprocal. So we have negative 7 over 5 times negative 5 over 7x equals 5 times negative 7 over 5. On the left-hand side of the equation, we have negative 7 over 5 times negative 5 over 7. That's just 1. So we have 1x, or x, equals 5 times negative 7 over 5. So let's simplify the right-hand side of this equation. If you're comfortable cross-canceling, that's fine, but let's just multiply straight across the top and straight across the bottom. So straight across the top, we have 5 times negative 7, that's negative 35. Straight across the bottom, we have 1 times 5, which is just 5. So we have negative 35 divided by 5 is negative 7. So the answer is x equals negative 7. How'd you do? I hope you did well on these. Now we're going to move on to more complex algebraic equations. We've looked at algebraic equations where we're adding or subtracting a term. Then we looked at equations where the coefficient of the variable was a number other than 1. Our next step is to look at equations that have both of those situations going on, and that's what we're going to do next. So be sure you understand everything in videos 2, 3, 4, and 5, so you're ready for video 6. That's it for this episode of Math Bytes. If you have a question you'd like us to answer or a problem you'd like us to solve, please email us at contactmathbytes@gmail.com. I'll see you next time.